What's going on, ladies and gentlemen, beautiful fight fans across the world? And in this video, I'm going to be breaking down my theory that Dana White actually wants Jon Jones to fight Tom Aspinall. He does not want Jon Jones to hold the heavyweight belt hostage and run off to the sunset with it. I know, we all see the videos of Dana White glazing Jon Jones. You might be like, Insomnia MMA, you're crazy, man. You're goddamn madman. Okay, you're goddamn madman. What are you talking about? Dana White loves Jon Jones. He wants to, just look at my old thumbnail from my old video of why Dana White glazes Jon Jones. But looking back, real Insomnia MMA fans know this video is almost a month ago now. No, more than a month ago now. And this was one of my most popular videos back then, but to be honest, this was a poorly made video. I just like the thumbnail of this video, but today I'm going to be breaking down why I think Dana White is actually doing the 200 IQ play here, because Dana White, he might love Jon Jones, okay? Jon Jones might be the greatest fighter of all time, but what does Dana White love above all else? He loves money, alright? He loves money, and I'm going to break down why all these shenanigans, all this jibber jabber is going down. My theory why this is all happening. So this all begins with Francis Ngannou. So the main narrative against Jon Jones, why Dana White glazes Jon Jones so much, is that the way Francis Ngannou left the UFC, Jon Jones was supposed to fight Francis Ngannou. He was gone for 3 years. The whole time bulking up to heavyweight, and everybody was like, oh, he's just avoiding Francis. The second that Francis Ngannou leaves, he's going and fighting Cyril Gane. So it just looked very suspect. Kind of like the UFC and Jon Jones was protecting themselves from Francis Ngannou. He didn't want the Francis Ngannou smoke, but then Francis Ngannou went to boxing. He did well against Tyson Fury, and then he got knocked out by Anthony Joshua. Kind of lost a little bit of his hype from losing to Anthony Joshua like that. But the main narrative is that Dana White wanted to have the best fighter in the world. Okay, so the UFC can say, oh, we have the best fighter in the world. We have Jon Bones Jones. He's the best fighter, best resume. And to be fair, he is. Okay, we might not like him. We might not like the PEDs. We might not like his shenanigans outside of the cage. But come on, resume-wise, he has the best resume in the UFC. Let's be real, guys. Let's not beat around the bush. Okay, I'm not saying he won't be surpassed one day, but right now he's the GOAT. Okay, right now he's the GOAT. More than GSP, more than Mighty Mouse, more than Anderson Silva, more than anybody you can name. All right, he's the GOAT. But Dana White glazes the hell out of Jon Jones to go against Francis Ngannou. That's what a lot of people are saying. Oh, but Dana White, he would never go up. He would never talk down on one of his GOATs like that. Talk down on one of his champions that took a break and came back 3 years later to reclaim a belt. Yeah, he's doing to Jon Jones. He treats Jon Jones so well. What the hell did he do to my man GSP? Okay, he ran GSP's name through the mud, called him scared, called him a bunch of things. He's like, oh, if he just comes and takes the belt and then retires, he's gonna ruin the UFC just because he wanted GSP. Because this is what the UFC wants, okay? They want a legend to come, all right? They want a legend then to lose to the next best fighter, okay? Just an example, like how Anderson Silva, the tail end of his career, he just made names for people. Like he fought Israel Adesanya. They gave him such a big name at that point. It was like, oh, the changing of the guard. Israel Adesanya is gonna be the next middleweight king after he beat Anderson. You kind of get what I'm saying, okay? But they want GSP to go out there, get a bunch of title defenses, and then lose to somebody we're saying this hypothetically, lose to Kamaru Usman. So Kamaru Usman's name could be big. Like, oh, he beat one of the GOATs of the sport. Now look at Kamaru Usman. Now watch his era. But it's the opposite with Jon Jones. The UFC is currently protecting Jon Jones away from this man that we all know and love. All right, Tom Aspinall. What would it take? Okay, what would it take, Aspinall? Okay, they're protecting my boy Jon Jones from him. But why? Is it because they're scared? All right, but think about it. I just want you guys to go back in time, put your thinking caps on. Go back in time to when the first Jon Jones versus Stipe fight was supposed to happen. Not the one that we're getting in this November. The one that was supposed to happen last November. What was everybody thinking? Oh, Jon Jones is the GOAT. Nobody can touch him. And then, boom, out of nowhere, Jon Jones is injured. He can't fight. So we're like, oh my God, how are we going to replace this fight? We get Tom Aspinall versus Sergey Pavlovich. which is one of the baddest matchups you could ever make. Everybody was saying Tom Aspinall's cooked, yada yada, this and that. Tom Aspinall goes out there and smokes Sergey Pavlovich down in a minute. In like a minute and a half. Crazy. Sergey Pavlovich was one of the scariest boogeymen before that fight. He was going out there and knocking out anybody you can think of in the heavyweight division. He was just knocking them all out. Some of the crispest boxing, some of the nicest combos you'll ever see in the heavyweight division. And Tom Aspinall goes out there and puts that guy's lights out in a minute. Alright, so Tom Aspinall gets hardcore fans knew about Tom Aspinall before that Sergey fight. But when he won that interim belt from fighting Sergey, that's when a lot of people knew about him. But also, just think about it. He still doesn't have that much hype around him. He still doesn't have that much aura. Okay? He doesn't have he's not a household name like Jon Jones is. So they want to protect Jon Jones right now. Okay? They want to protect him. And by Dana White glazing Jon Jones, just think about it. How many memes have you seen? Casuals have come up to me, like people who barely know anything about MMA. They're like, "Oh, do you see how Dana White is glazing Jon Jones? Do you see how he's riding Jon Jones's meat?" It's when you really think about it, it's putting Tom Aspinall's name out there because, bro, people the random person walking around the street wouldn't know who Tom Aspinall is, but now they do because of all this running allegations, because of all this allegations that Jon Jones is ducking, that he's not trying to fight Tom Aspinall. Because of all this, Tom Aspinall's name has grown because of all this. That the fact that he had to defend his interim belt against Curtis Blades, how crazy that was. It's building Tom Aspinall's name now too. And even if, because look, let me go back. Take yourself back to November again. Jon Jones and Stipe Miocic said that they both were gonna retire in that fight anyways. Okay, that was gonna be their last fight. So Dana White was thinking that Jon Jones is gonna retire back then. But I think he's doing the 200 IQ play here because if Jon Jones runs away now, if he goes out there and beats Stipe now, even though I think Stipe has a good chance of beating Jon Jones, but that's for another video. Okay, that's for another video. Yeah, Tom Aspinall. Ooh, it's going to be a crazy matchup now. It's a matchup that a lot of people are going to want to see. But even though anybody Jon Jones' fight, it's going to be a big fight. But this Tom Aspinall fight is the biggest you can make it now. Because Tom Aspinall's name has grown from all this glazing, from all this back talk. And the fact that if Jon Jones runs away after his fight against Stipe Miocic, everybody's just gonna destroy him. Jon Jones is already destroyed mentally because of all this, but pack on top of that the fact that Jon Jones is gonna everybody's gonna be like, "Oh, you ran away from Tom Aspinall. Oh, this and that. You're crap. You're a bum. This and that." It's gonna be even more crazy. It's gonna make Jon Jones want to fight Tom Aspinall more. I think it's the 200 IQ play here. What do you guys think? All right, what do you guys think? Let me know down below. Alright, let me know down below. And even if Jon Jones doesn't fight Tom Aspinall, just think about it. His name is massive now. He's the man who made Tom Aspinall run. He's the man who made Jon Jones run. The GOAT of the sport run away from MMA. So Tom Aspinall is a star because of all this. When you really think about it and break it down, he's a star. His name has grown massively just because of this. Okay, but let me know down below. What do you guys think of my theory? What do you guys think of my first UFC theories video? I'm gonna keep dropping theories like this. Almost I'm dropping videos like this, bangers, steady bangers every single day, man. So leave a like, subscribe, show some love, man. I'm dropping content like this every single day. We hit 200 subs recently. Thank y'all so much. I love all of y'all. Alright, I love all of y'all, man. But that's it for this one. Turn the notifications on, and I'll see you, beautiful people, in the next one, man.